Welcome to Musiclicious Compliance. Today's songs are about the day where the restaurant I worked at caught fire and we all cheered, and how my grandpa got revenge on a reckless driver who trashed his property. Please enjoy.
They handed down the rules sharp as a knife, so we needed to step it up in our work life. Dress codey emails coming down from the boss, but this time we decided to show who's really in charge. We grabbed our tuxes, cufflinks gleaming bright, the women in gowns sparkling in the light. If they want us to follow, we'll follow it strong, but we're taking this rule to where it doesn't belong. Dress code on blue, we're suited to the nines, looking like a dollar while they're stuck in office lines. Follow where at 9 a.m. you should have seen the face. We followed all the rules but took it to a fancier place. The office was buzzing as we walked in the door, tuxedos and gowns like never before. Manager walks in, casual as can be, but her shock when she saw us, pure comedy. She tried to question what's going on today. We smiled back, dress code rules, we're just here to obey. No way to complain, we follow every line, but we twisted the game and now the office shines. Dress code all blue, we're suited to the nines, looking like a dollar while they're stuck in office lines. Follow where at 9 a.m. you should have seen her face. We followed all the rules but took it to a fancier place. Heels click down the hallway, pocket squares perfectly in place. We played by the book, but with style and grace. They wanted strict rules, we gave them just that, but now the memo's gone and the dress code's flat. Dress code all blue, we're suited to the nines, looking like a dollar while they're stuck in office lines. Follow where at 9 a.m. you should have seen her face. We followed all the rules but took it to a fancier place. So here's a lesson for the powers that be. Be careful how strict your memos decree, 'cause we'll follow your rules, that's a given fact, but we'll throw in some flair and never look back.
Boss said I want it all in writing. I tried to reason but there was no fighting. Computer crashed, files wouldn't load, but he stood firm, stuck to the code. No excuses, he said, I don't care what's wrong. Put it on paper, don't take too long. Tried to explain, it'll take me days, but he doubled down in his stubborn ways. Fine, I thought, let's play this game. I'll give you what you want, line by line, name by name. Grabbed my pen and began to scroll. If he wants the details, I'll give him the whole. You want it on paper, every little word. Well, sit down, buddy, this is gonna be absurd. Pages and pages, head cramped tight. Oh, you want it on paper? Well, this is your night. 3 long days and my hand was sore, but I wasn't done, oh no, there was more. Flow charts and notes, scribbles and drafts, diagrams, calculations, it all came fast. When I dropped the stack on his desk so high, he looked at me with a defeated sigh. Eyes wide open like he'd seen a ghost. He hadn't expected I'd do the most. Every bullet point, every tiny thought, every little issue that was never caught. I followed the rules, wrote it all down, but now he's the one wearing the frown. caught. I followed the rules, wrote it all down, but now he's the one wearing a frown. You want it on paper, every little word. Well, sit down, buddy, this is gonna be absurd. Pages and pages, head cramped tight. Oh, you want it on paper? Well, this is your night. Just confused and lost, didn't realize how much his demand would cost. From the first line to the very last, the report was more than just a simple task. All the details that he thought were small now buried him under this paper wall. You want it on paper, every little word. Well, sit down, buddy, this is gonna be absurd. Pages and pages, head cramped tight. Oh, you want it on paper? Well, this is your night. Never asked for it again. That mountain of paper was the end. Next time he thinks of demanding more, he'll remember the stack that hit the floor.
Dirt on his hands, looked around the kitchen, didn't smell no pans. Kids running wild, laundry in the air. He said, "Where's my tender woman, don't you care?" Grandma stayed silent, folding those sheets. Been working all day, but she stayed in her seat. Grandpa stood tall, thought he had the right. Said, "If you can't keep up, no, we're driving tonight." And she never drove again, no, she never drove again. Took the keys from her hand, but he didn't understand. She just smiled real slow, said that's how it's gonna go. And she never drove again, no, she never drove again. And she never drove again, no, she never drove again. Took the keys from her hand, but he didn't understand. She just smiled real slow, said that's how it's gonna go. And she never drove again, no, she never drove again. The next day, Grandpa's in the car, running all the errands, picking up the groceries, time and barely standing. Kids at school waiting, he's running late. Regretting that moment, he sealed his fate. Grandma stayed quiet, never made a scene, but she watched him struggle like a queen. He tried to take it back, but it was too late. She lived by his words, sealed his own fate. And she never drove again, no, she never drove again. Took the keys from her hand, but he didn't understand. She just smiled real slow, said that's how it's gonna go. And she never drove again, no, she never drove again. And she never drove again, no, she never drove again. Took the keys from her hand, but he didn't understand. She just smiled real slow, said that's how it's gonna go. And she never drove again, no, she never drove again. Years rolled by, Grandpa knew he lost that one little sentence, what a heavy cost. But Grandma stood strong, didn't bend or break. She'd do it all again for her own sake. And she never drove again, no, she never drove again. Took the keys from her hand, but he didn't understand. She just smiled real slow, said that's how it's gonna go. And she never drove again, no, she never drove again. Be careful what you say when you're feeling bold, 'cause Grandma's quiet strength is something fierce to behold. And she never drove again, no, she never drove again. For a quiet piece of land out in the countryside, my grandpa stood his ground with honor and with pride. An army vet with patience, never one to complain, till a reckless driver came, leaving tracks and leaving pain. Garbage on the lawn, bottles tossed away, but Grandpa had a plan and he would make them pay. Malicious compliance, the sweetest kind of win, when you follow every rule but catch them in their sin. Grandpa set the spikes and the cameras too. The trespasser had no clue what they were about to do. One night they came tried to fight, but Grandpa stood tall. With video evidence, he answered the call. The judge gave the verdict: the trespasser would pay. For trashing the land, they regret that day. One night they came back, tearing through the yard. But this time they hit something, and the damage hit hard. The tires popped, the car stood still. Grandpa watched it all from the house on the hill. He called the cops, showed them the tape. The driver knew they couldn't escape. In court they tried to fight, but Grandpa stood tall. With video evidence, he answered the call. The judge gave the verdict: the trespasser would pay. For trashing the land, they regret that day. One night they came back, tearing through the yard. But this time they hit something, and the damage hit hard. Malicious compliance, a lesson taught right. When you mess with the vet, you'll lose the fight. Now the land is clean, the peace restored. In Grandpa's justice, forever adored. Malicious compliance, a lesson taught right. When you mess with a vet, you'll lose the fight.
We were working at the BK. The kitchen was a massive broken drain. Gas leaks and fires falling apart. Management didn't care, didn't have the heart. Every shift was hell, no one gave a damn. We kept on cooking, working through the jam. They told us don't stop, keep the light alive, but none of us cared, just trying to survive. And then the fire came down, yeah, the flames rose up. Windows shattered, the whole place blew up. But we kept on working, headsets on our ears, taking drive-through orders as the crew all cheered. Oh, the day BK blew up. Yeah, the day BK blew up. Corporate said, keep moving, don't stop the flow. But the gas lines popped and we watched it flow. Grease fire spreading, flames climbing high. And then we were handing burgers with a side. Customers were screaming, running for their lives. And we just stood there, flipping patties in the fire on fries with that. As the flames reached the roof, we did what they told us, bulletproof. And then the fire came down, yeah, the flames rose up. Windows shattered, the whole place blew up. But we kept on working, headsets on our ears, taking drive-through orders as the crew all cheered. Oh, the day BK blew up. Yeah, the day BK blew up. Corporate said, keep moving, don't stop the flow. But the gas lines popped and we watched it blow. Grease fire spreading, flames climbing high. And then we were handing burgers on the side. Customers were screaming, running for their lives. But we just stood there, flipping patties in the fire on fries with that. As the flames reached the roof, we did what they told us, bulletproof. Oh, the day BK blew up. Yeah, the day BK blew up. Fire trucks came, hoses spraying wide. But we stood outside, watching with pride. The manager freaked, but we didn't care. It was the best damn day we'd ever shared. And then the fire came down, yeah, the flames rose up. Windows shattered, the whole place blew up. But we kept on working, headsets on our ears, taking drive-through orders as the crew all cheered. Oh, the day BK blew up. Yeah, the day BK blew up. So if you're working hard, feeling underpaid, just remember our story and how we got saved. Sometimes compliance can set you free. When the flames arise, and laugh with glee. Oh,
That was Musiclicious Compliance. I hope you enjoyed today's songs. Do not forget to proliferate that button, sing along, and build our community.